Evening there, Mr. Ferguson.
Hello. I think you've got something to say to me. Did you not recognise me? Yes. The one you're calling a liar all over Twitter. Well, not all over.
That's you, that's you.
The direct mail. You did say it to me, George. You did.
What? I certainly didn't.
You did, George.
No, well,
your exact words were that it will be up and running this year.
Well, I know you're playing a silly political game.
No, I'm not playing games, George. You are.
This is real people's lives, George.
You're playing a game by being here tonight. You don't care about the homeless. You're a liar. You're a liar and a cheat.
I'm often here. Do you come here every year?
No, I don't.
It's every day, George. Homelessness is an everyday issue. It's not one night a year.
Come on.
How much do you care?
No, George, we're not going anywhere.
You're the liar, not me.
You're playing a silly political game.
No, we're not playing political games. No, George.
George,
could you go away?
No, George, there's thousands. No, don't put. Look, we're addressing the issue tonight. Tonight, there is thousands of empty buildings in Bristol which are perfectly habitable.
And what are you doing about it?
And what are you going to do about it? We need to open them tomorrow.
You don't understand.
I do. I'm running for mayor, George, and we're going to take you on. The people are uprising against you, George. We know how to solve the problem. Get those buildings open tomorrow. Why not?
Will you find me all the volunteers that are necessary to do that?
Why not?
You're one of these people who shouts about things and doesn't do it.
I don't do it. I've been an activist for 10 years, George. I've been working hard with the homeless for 10 years in Bristol.
These people in peace.
No, George.
They're happy for us to be here.
Okay.
You just don't want us telling the truth.
It's the truth,
all you've
George.
done is prove to me.
You're the liar, not me. So don't you dare call me a liar, especially by direct mail. Yes, you did.
No, I don't know what you thought.
I might be a lot of things, but I am not a liar. And you don't know me well enough to say that. You're the liar.
Look, come off it. Just don't play these silly games.
You're the liar.
Don't play the victim, George. You've done this gentrification to this city.
This year, and it's not happening. You told me that. You said it to my face.
Look,
so don't call me a liar.
Look, I know you're playing some silly game.
I'm not playing games. This is reality.
What's it about then? If it's not a game, what is it about?
It's about homelessness. It's about you spending Bristol's money. Where is the money? When are you going to open the book?
Listen to yourself.
Green Capital Books, George. When are the books going to be opened?
You're a liar.
I'm not going to play your silly game.
It's a question, George. Direct question.
Absolutely nothing to say.
Well, because I'm not. I know what you're like. You're just not going to listen.
George,
you don't know what I'm like. You don't know me at all.
I've seen you on Twitter. You talk a lot.
Yeah, you've seen me on Twitter. That doesn't mean you know me, George. You've got no rights to call me a liar. You're a coward. If you're going to call me a liar, say it now. Yes, you did. Do you want me to get it out? It's on my phone.
Can we have a look at it?
Just could you shut up?
George, I said
Shut up. You want me to shut up? You're rude and ignorant.
Listen to yourself. Could you just listen to yourself?
So what's this?
It says, hi, I never promised a Hartcliffe tip, as you call it. When and where exactly? Yes, I did. Yes, you did. At Make Sunday Special, Wilmot Park, Hartcliffe. You're a liar. You're a liar and a coward.
George, there's 600,000 empty buildings in this country, and there's 200,000 people homeless.
Calling you a coward.
We could solve the homeless problem 3 times over if we just got those empty buildings opened.
Why don't you open the tobacco factory and let all these people sleep in there? You've got enough room. Lead by example, George. Lead by example.
I have a homeless person.
I don't want to get involved.
Living with
there are
me.
people trying to sleep.
Thank you very much. You're being very selfish.
I'm being selfish.
Should we talk quietly, Kerry? Should we talk quietly next to George?
You've got enough property, you've got enough money to make a difference, but you're not. You're not making a difference, are you? All you care about is yourself. By doing what?
George, people are going hungry and homeless in the city of Bristol in 2016.
Yes, I do. My dad is homeless, actually. He's been evicted.
Say your dad. I would expect you to have your dad. I have a homeless person living in my house.
What, one? You've got enough room to take in lots and lots and lots.
Right, we're here, you know what I mean? We're doing investigative journalism on the crisis in Bristol, which has affected thousands of people.
It's not good enough.
And it's not good enough.
If you've done that, there wouldn't be so many people homeless, would there?
Alright, we'll talk quietly and I'll get Code to talk quietly, alright?
I don't believe a word you say.
I just spoke to the guy here. He says people are sleeping, so we'll just chat quietly. We'll have a chat quietly, George.
No,
we'll
go away.
We're going to chat quietly.
Because you know we're right, George. You know we're right.
I don't know. I know.
You know we're right.
All I know, you're playing a silly political game, and I'm not.
It's not games, George. This is
reality.
people's lives.
It's reality.
This is rent prices in
Open
Bristol.
your eyes. It's reality. It's reality.
Could you just leave me in peace?
No.
Thank you.
We're coming here to ask you questions quietly.
Well, good night.
I'll be seeing you again, don't you worry.
Well, that sounds very threatening.
I'm not threatening anybody.
George,
I'm telling the
you've got
truth.
to realise what the situation is for thousands of people.
Well, I'm pleased to have met you.
We could solve this. We could solve this problem tonight. We could solve it tonight. Get those buildings open.
You fit the description of what I thought you were like.
Stereotyping, are you?
Good night.
Do you find it funny, George? How about the merchant venturers and the port that you sold off for £9 million?
You're insulting and you're an idiot.
You sold our public asset off. You sold our public asset off for £9 million to your merchant venturer friends. And that money could have been used to help homeless people.
You're spineless. Spineless.
Could you move on, please?
Spineless.
Well,
just ignore it like you would ignore everything else.
Could you move on?
I do ignore people who are playing silly political.
It's not political games, George. This is people's lives. Don't dismiss it as political games, George. This is reality.
This is people's lives.
People are dying in Bristol, George. It's not political games.
You insulted me personally. This is my life. You've got no rights.
Could you leave these people in peace?
Don't make it into a victim situation, George.
You're not a victim. You're not a victim.
We're going to go in a minute. We're just finishing. We're just rolling this off, and then we'll be gone.
This really isn't what we're organising events about.
So what is it? Can I just ask you then, just out of interest, what is this? What is this? What's the purpose of this event?
We'll talk outside.
Talk over here.
Yeah, should we just talk over there then? All right. Okay. Cool. It's not over, George. People are dying in Bristol. It's reality. It's not a political game. It's the truth. We could solve it tonight.
Everybody here is here because they know there's a problem.
But he is the problem. Excuse me. Don't grab me like that. We're in a church for God's sake.
Please?
All right.
Could you move out?
Don't you dare grab my arms.
We've got just as much rights to be here as everybody else.
Exactly.
You're not here with a group.
Doesn't make any difference.
Could
we can do what we want. It's a free country, isn't it? Well, not as far as he's concerned.
We're going to come back, but basically, the situation is. No, I'm not going to cross the road. We'll stand here. I'm not going to cross the road. Don't need to do that. The situation, right?
Well, it depends how loud you get.
It's 11:30. People aren't even asleep.
Yeah.
Don't make an excuse.
Centre's over there. You're going to have drunken idiots walking through here in a minute.
No, we've done this. Is the 9th year we've done this.
Right.
We've done this before.
Oh, really?
Listen, right, hang on a minute.
Don't treat me like an idiot,
just 1 minute.
please.
One minute. Right.
You treat me like one.
Let me put some facts just onto the table now. Right. There's over 1,000 buildings empty right now in this city that Bristol City Council and George Ferguson could open up tonight if they wanted to. But they choose not to because they're looking to gentrify our city, push working class people out of the city, bump the rent prices up, and destroy our working class culture and line their pockets. That's very important. Now, around here, the enterprise zone, they're going to be making big bucks down in Avonmouth. Big bucks. Oh, I'm passionate. I'm not shouting. Right?
I'm passionate too. Can I have a word?
Just 1 minute. This is my last little point. Right? He sold off a public asset, the port, to two of his merchant venturer friends, Ord and Mordaunt. Right? For £10 million. That's 95 pence per square metre. That's cheap for a public asset. That was our city's asset. That could have solved hundreds of thousands of people's lives and their problems with drugs and homelessness and housing crisis.
It's in his pocket.
And he wants to get re-elected.
That's a valid campaigning point.
You can have this debate elsewhere. What we're doing here tonight, this is 200 people working.
Can I just say, I totally agree with what you're saying, and I'd rather pay £4 extra a month for council tax and open the buildings up to homeless people.
That's lovely.
Okay, and I'm born and bred in Bristol. I would rather pay £4 a month extra and open up all the empty buildings.
That's lovely.
That's my personal, and I've heard what's going on, and I just wanted to come and tell you my personal opinion as a householder in Bristol, and I pay fucking extortionate rent. And I would rather do that and sacrifice that to open the building because I think it's a waste, and I totally agree with what you're saying.
And it's a waste of people's lives as well. You know,
I know what, you know? I mean, I work in Broadmead. I work in Broadmead, and I see the suffering every day.
Heartbreaking. We were there today. We were there
every day.
We were there today.
I work in the centre. There's people. I work just next door to Beats, and in the centre there's people on mattresses. And do you know what? Those people are decent people, and I have come from nothing, and I've had no help.
We were in the centre today.
Yeah, I was there. I manage Sally's just by that, and my store will support any of you guys, and I will give anything. And I would rather pay £4 a month extra council tax to open up these buildings because I really believe in what you're saying. I've come from nothing. Do you know what I mean? I've just moved back to Bristol from 3 years living in Weston-super-Mare. Do you know what? It's totally different there.
Yeah.
I mean, the rent you pay in Weston-super-Mare, I'm paying triple what I pay in Bristol.
Yeah. Can we have the debate? This is a good debate, but it's not what we're here for.
No, it's not what we're here for. But I just heard what these people are saying, and do you know what they've got?
And he's got no right to call me a liar. He called me a liar.
I mean, it doesn't matter who says what. I just think, I just wanted to personally come over and say I think you've got a good point to make.
So that I'm lying. He's the liar.
I just think, as a resident of Bristol,
some guys just put some money down for the homeless there, look.
I think I would be willing to do that.
Do you want to take that for the church?
It is a waste.
I don't know, it's going to go to waste if it just stays there. Right. Do you want this money, George? There's £1.90 here. You can rinse us of even more cash if you like. Or shall we get to the church?
Okay,
There you go. Right.
Thank you.
I mean, from saying it because I work in it every day. I work in it every day, and it's horrendous in Bristol. It is one of the worst. People are. They are dying daily, and it is horrendous. I mean, going from living in Weston-super-Mare, that's bad.
The problem is we're not solving the issues. It just goes round and round and round. People that end up ODing on the street in Stokescroft, that happens 3 times a week, and then they just get picked up, and that costs us the taxpayer money to get them cleaned
outside
up.
our shop, and we're in the centre of Broadmead, and do you know what they did? They threw towels over him. See, the fact that my staff who had no first aid training, it's cost our company 100 quid's worth of towels because they actually looked after him, because the first aiders on the street didn't actually give a shit to do it. And I've got 18-year-old girls that work on my team, and they've actually cared enough to take time out.
More than he does.
Do you get what I mean? And I know all of them, and all of those girls live on their own, and they've come from nothing. And we had that conversation today in the store, and we would all rather pay more council tax to open up the empty buildings.
Right. Well, can we have this debate some other time?
We can. Have we got a date?
Are you sleeping? Are you planning on sleeping tonight?
I'm just getting involved in your It's not anything to do with me, but
what time do you sleep?
And
what time do you practice?
Can I just say?
I
agree with what you're saying.
Yeah. All right.
I'm going to go and just.
Lovely to meet you. All right. Oh, by the way, I'm running for mayor in May. If you believe in radical change and actual real hope for people, then vote for me, please. I promise I can't transform everything, but I will try my hardest to.
Yeah, we might as well do it.
All right. All right. So you work for the church?
No.
Do you work for the church? No. Oh, you don't? Never really work for the church. I love your kefir, by the way. Lovely. Lovely. Paul, nice to meet you. What's your name?
Richard.
Richard, lovely to meet you. And
I'm Paul.
Paul as well?
Yes.
Paul to Paul.
Kerry, if anyone wants
to. Any other Kerrys?
Pardon?
I saw a lot of other Kerrys here.
Oh, right.
So we've just been to the sleep out, which is in the church just around the corner from Bristol Even Post building there, the old market roundabout. And then actually, in reality, there actually is people sleeping out tonight. There's another person there. We go around here. This is just literally across the road. This is the reality of the situation. Whilst thousands of, like I said on the video earlier, thousands of buildings still left empty, which are perfectly habitable, which could be opened tomorrow by the council if they had some political cojones. Here's another person. Look. Right outside the Marriott Hotel. I'll show you some more people sleeping out tonight. You know, not just for bloody PR. This is a reality for people's situations every day in Bristol. Every day. Let's go and find some more. It's difficult. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Sometimes I feel a bit guilty about speaking out and saying stuff to George. But it's it's a whole system of corruption, of lies, of deceit, and actually the people that are actually suffering are are voiceless. And you know, he does have the opportunity to sort things out if he wanted to. So in a way, I don't feel sorry for him. I feel like, actually, you know what? We're doing the righteous thing for speaking out for the thousands of people who aren't listened to, who have to face the reality of the situation of hard drugs, fights on the street, rubbish, you know, rubbish fucking existence, and no hope for the future. So in a way, I feel righteous in what we do. But in another hand, I feel guilty, because he is, you know, he is a human being and so am I. But, you know, at the end of the day, we all make choices, and he's made choices which have fundamentally and systematically destroyed the lives of thousands of Bristolians. And that's not just homeless people. That's like people who are, you know, struggling to pay the rent because the rent prices have been pushed. You know, people getting kicked out of their communities that they lived in for generations, and the generations before them, like St Paul's. You know, rents have doubled, and that is all to do with Bristol City Council policies and unregulated market rents, which we need to solve, and we need radical action now. If we don't have radical action now, people are going to continue to die on the streets of Bristol, and it needs to be sorted now. So we're going to go and I'm going to show you the bear pit now. We're going to have a look down there, see what people are, see if there's any people hanging around. McDonald's, fucking filth pit. Let's go across here. We're going to go pop into the bear pit quickly. See what's going on there. Really cold tonight as well. I'm not sure what the temperature is, but it's really, really cold. I've got four jumpers on and a shirt, and it is really, really cold. And you know, it's no offence to any of the people who were involved in sleeping out. You know, it's really nice that they were doing that. You know, because they obviously care. But you know, practically speaking, we need places for people to live, and not just to live, that they can grow and make better of their lives. And no matter how many times you sleep out for how many years, it's not going to solve a problem if, you know, the infrastructure and the practical requirements for people to sustain themselves aren't there. Like I said it on a previous video. You know, we've basically seen but Premier Travel in here, right? Got Holiday Inn here. Got Hampton Hilton Hotel here. Down here, just down the way by the fountains, you're going to be seeing a 5-star hotel being built with a swimming pool on the roof, and this is the tale of the two cities, which I've spoken about before as well. So the situation is becoming untenable, and it's time for Bristolians to speak up, speak out, and get noticed, make the difference in the communities that we live in. Just gonna have a look in the bear pit now anyway and see what's going on there, see if there's anything happening. Might be, might not. Have a look. See if anyone's still kind of hanging around still. Look. Get up. Thousands of people, thousands of empty buildings in Bristol, yet thousands homeless still. You know, this is Bristol in 2016. Doggy. This is Bristol. Here you go again, see.
You get your phone out, you fucking hell. You get it up.